Hey, it's Tim Miller from the Bulwark, and over the weekend we saw possibly the stupidest conspiracy ever advanced by a Republican senator, or probably a senator of any party. It came from Mike Lee of Utah. Here's the backstory. There is a tweet out there from a self-described J6 patriot named Derek Evans. Now, that is a contradiction in terms. If you were storming the Capitol to try to overturn the election, you're by definition not a patriot, but we'll let that slide. The beginning of the tweet from Derek Evans says, "This picture was sent to me." So bear in mind, the picture we're showing right now, this did not come from, Capitol Police, Capitol Security. It was not the FBI saying, let's try to find this man. This was some guy who sent this screenshot to a supposed J6 patriot. We don't know who the source was. And in the picture, Evans purports that this is a man flashing a badge. I think he meant shield there, but whatever, a police badge. And that is part of the theory being put forth by these insurrectionists that actually it was the feds who were behind January 6th. Now, this is insane, but there is insane stuff posted on X all the time. So what is interesting about this is that this post was quote tweeted by Republican Senator Mike Lee. And you can see the tweet here, and that's right. That's his real handle, Based Mike Lee. This is probably the most cringe thing any politician has ever done, make their Twitter handle Based, but whatever. He replies credulously, "I can't wait to ask FBI Director Christopher Wray about this at our next oversight hearing. I predict that, as always, his answers will be 97% information free." So this is insane. Like, this is what we have here. We have a U.S. senator based on a screenshot that a random insurrectionist posted on X has decided that there's an FBI cover-up that explains January 6th and that he needs to question the FBI director about this. Now, how exactly that works is unclear. How did these FBI guys convince people to storm the Capitol? How did the FBI convince Trump to hold a rally that day rather than just concede like any normal other politician? There are a lot of obvious holes in this theory that the FBI was behind January 6th. But in this particular case, it's especially crazy. It is just this grainy photograph. You can't tell what it is. Is Mike Lee smoking the shit that Snoop Dogg quit? This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen a politician post, and that is a high bar. And here's especially why it's stupid. As a senator, you should have easy access to information. You have a whole staff. You can ask them to say, hey, could you look into this for me? You can report back. Can we see who this guy is? Is that really a badge? He didn't even need to ask his staff. He could have just taken 2 clicks on the Google and found out who this person really is, because everybody knows already. The man in the photo is Kevin Lyons, and he's not holding a badge or a shield. He's holding a vape pen. Yeah, that's right. Dude is vaping inside the Capitol after he stormed it to try to overturn the election. Here's Lyons' backstory. We know what happened to him. He's been convicted to just over 4 years in prison for his actions that day. He was one of the guys that went into Nancy Pelosi's office, and while he was there, he stole a wallet, had $150 in there. He also stole a framed photo of civil rights icon John Lewis that is now still missing. Not only was Lyons not a Fed, we learned during his trial, which was, by the way, this is how trials work. It's not like the FBI deep state gets to put you in jail. He had to have a trial in front of 12 of his peers who came and looked at all of this evidence and decided that he was guilty. Also, if you're an FBI informant, you don't go to trial because you're an FBI informant and you're protected by the police. That's the definition of being an informant. But anywho, just a couple other holes in the Mike Lee theory. Anyway, not only was Lyons not a Fed, that very day we learned he was screaming at the actual police who were doing their jobs, trying to protect the Capitol, calling them Nazi bastards. And after he did that, this moron even texted his friends saying that he thinks he is now a multiple federal felon. Yeah, that's right. He said that to his friends. I think that I did crimes. So when he was sentenced, the judge had some pretty harsh words for him, but not necessarily as harsh as Lyons had for himself, which is, "I'm an idiot," he said in his apology. So guy's still in jail right now, accepts that he did crimes, admitted to crimes, says he's an idiot for the crimes that he did. And yet we have a member of the Senate who's an even bigger idiot than him, because he is trying to put this person forth as, potentially, the silver bullet that proves that maybe Donald Trump and the Republicans aren't to blame for January 6th, based on one grainy photograph, without doing any research of his own, without looking into what the true story was behind him, and without even seeming to care. Because in the intervening days, As you can see, the community notes have corrected him on X. Myself, many other people have tweeted mocking him. He knows it's wrong. There's been no apology. There's been no, maybe we should look into the facts more. No, he's doubling and tripling down. He's getting into fights with Liz Cheney, saying Liz Cheney made stuff up and accusing the January 6th committee that was looking into this, that was actually doing the things that you're supposed to do as a legislator, looking for evidence, presenting the evidence, trying to decide what we can do in the future, what policies we might be able to change to help protect the Capitol, to help prevent this from happening in next time. No, Mike Lee is saying that it's those people that are putting out the false information, and that him just sitting behind his phone with his cringy base Mike Lee Twitter account just popping off, hey, just asking questions, what do you think about this picture, that he's the one who's actually doing accountability. I mean, this is just how depressing and sad and pathetic the Republican Senate has got, because the thing is, Mike Lee isn't even like in the most extreme part of the conference. I mean, it's not like he's the guy from Alabama, the football coach Tommy Tuberville, or Marsha Blackburn, or some of these other people who have a long history of doing stupid stuff. Mike Lee is a constitutional lawyer, and so if even the smart ones within the Republican Senate have become so deranged in their attempts to cover for Trump and defend the insurrection, then like what hope is there that we can get through this and move to a place where, maybe people have different disagreements on policy, but they're at least working from the same set of facts. Mike Lee, the Republican Senate, not interested in working from the same set of facts. They're just saying up is down, night is day, vape pens are badges. And that's where we're at. We'll be back here for more. It's Thanksgiving week, but we're still doing a Next Level on Wednesday, me and Sarah and JVL. So make sure you're coming back to check that out. We'll probably talk about Mike Lee. JVL's back off the bench. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube page, and we'll see you soon. Hey, if you like this video and our content, I'd love for you to become a Bulwark Plus member. You get bonus podcasts, you get bonus newsletters, you get bonus takes from me that maybe don't come up on the YouTube feed. You can try it out for free at thebulwark.com/free trial. The link is below in the description. We'd love to have you as a member of our community. We have great commenters and great opportunities for people who want to protect democracy.